Hello everyone, it's Diamond here, and today we're going to be talking about what if Piccolo became a Majin.
Modern Mark Productions.
Now, this was a real what-if story in Dragon Ball Z Super Sonic Warriors 2. Now in the story, they were headed to Babidi's ship in order to take him down and defeat Buu. But in this case, Piccolo didn't turn to stone, and ended up dodging it, and ended up going with the Z Fighters to Babidi's ship. Now in Super Sonic Warriors 2, they do the usual thing where each of the fighters take on Babidi's minions. Babidi sees their powerful energy, but in this time, instead of controlling Vegeta, he kind of aims towards Gohan, and Piccolo jumps out the way and takes the energy that's being transported into him to become a Majin. And instead of following orders, he just immediately kills Babidi and revives Majin Buu. Also, in Super Sonic Warriors 2, Piccolo takes Dabura and Buu and puts them under his control. And also, get this, Goku runs out of time to stop Piccolo and returns to the other world. Also, Gohan manages to defeat all three of them, which is just like, huh? Somehow, Vegeta, Gohan beats the three of them. Buu transforms into Super Buu. Once that happens, Piccolo takes Super Buu's powers, absorbs it, and puts it into him, and now says that he's going to take over the entire planet. Piccolo beats Vegeta with complete ease. Not only that, but I guess finds the Dragon Balls and revives Frieza and Cell and puts the both of them under his control. Gohan and Vegeta defeat Cell and Frieza. This took a while, but eventually they did manage to do so. And once they were able to do that, the Z Fighters tapped some sense into Piccolo, causing him to return to normal. Pretty much just ending the Buu saga and Super Sonic Warriors 2. Now that was crazy! Piccolo killing Babidi, putting almost all the villains in his control. They beat him. Super Buu gets his power stolen by Piccolo, and they just managed to, I guess, talk some sense into him. That is insane. Now, for me, I would have changed a few things. Now, this is just a game. So, you know, them beating Buu and beating Super Buu with Super Buu's energy with Piccolo, everything, that just doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't Gohan have to get his potential awakened in order to, at least, match his strength? So for me, I would have changed a few things. Starting right here. This is what I think would have happened if Piccolo went with the Z Fighters to Babidi's ship. They do the usual rock, paper, scissors to fight each enemy, and once they find Dabura, if Piccolo is good enough in rock, paper, scissors, he is able to go first and fight Dabura. So it's his turn, right? Now that Piccolo has seen what Dabura's abilities are, seeing as how he survived it earlier, he learns from everyone's mistakes, seeing as how they've been killed or turned to stone. And since Piccolo relies on strategy in order to fight his enemies, he uses that, and let's just say by some chance, manages to defeat Dabura. Even though it was said that Cell and Dabura have the same power level almost, and Piccolo, I like to say at this point, isn't around Cell's strength. But let's say because he's smart enough to know, what happened earlier, he uses his brains to win, instead of just his muscle. So Piccolo doesn't spare Dabura, and instead kills him. After doing this, Babidi begins to look at Piccolo instead of Gohan, and instead of Vegeta as well. So he ends up noticing that Piccolo used his brains in order to take out Dabura. And what does Babidi do? He uses his magic spells and puts it on Piccolo. And instead of just immediately turning into a Majin and killing Babidi, let's say Gohan snaps some sense into him. Now, for Vegeta, he wasn't under his control because he had too much pride and just he needed everything he had in order to take out Goku. That's his life goal at that point in time. Piccolo was only controlled because Babidi saw what he could do if he puts his mind to it and really focuses on fighting. Now, because Gohan and Piccolo have a strong bond together, we can just say that there is a chance that Gohan could have taught some sense into Piccolo, just like earlier in Super Sonic Warriors 2. So even though this is really hard to say on what could have happened, I'd like to believe that Gohan could have snapped some sense into Piccolo. He still would have had the Majin logo on his head, but he still would have gotten some of his sense back. Now, if Gohan did fail to talk to him, I could see Piccolo following his orders and drawing energy from the Z-Fighters into Buu, which will wake him up. But for this story, I'm just going to say that Gohan had convinced Piccolo to go against Babidi's control. Once Piccolo comes back to his senses, they immediately head to Babidi's lair. And instead of just playing around using the rock, paper, scissors, all of them just attack Babidi and killing him, preventing Buu from hatching. Now with Babidi dead, Supreme Kai tells them to destroy the egg, because if they don't, Buu will wake up and destroy all 4 of them, even the entire planet at this point. With hearing this, they all power up and blow up Buu in his cocoon without hesitation. Pretty much just ending the Buu saga pretty early. Now that's what I think would have happened if Piccolo became a Majin. Now, what is your opinion on this? Does this make sense? Is there like something you would change in the story? Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, share it to get this channel more exposure, that way other people can see these Dragon Ball discussion videos, and subscribe to stay active to the channel. And with that being said, this is Diamond Legend, and I am out for now.